Alright guys, I'm here to help you with some parallelograms. And as we learned, our formula for all parallelograms when we're looking for area is A, it's usually a capital A, equals base times height, right? Or just BH, because we know when two variables are next to each other, that means they're multiplying by each other. So base times height. Alright, so I put it up here. So what we have to do is figure out our height. Or our base and height. Our base is usually the bottom number, right? Like the bottom of the whatever shape we're talking about. So it's over here. Notice that the bottom is the same as the top, right? So if this is 8 inches here, it's going to be 8 inches here. If this is 12 here, it's going to be 12 here. And then our height is always located by this little right triangle right here, or right angle. And the height is that dashed line. So that's what you guys should look for when we're solving these problems. Look for that dashed line to find our height. Alright, that should be the easy one to find. That little dashed line. And then our base is just that bottom or top. Alright, so on this first one, we have, if I have area equals base times height, that means my area equals, and instead of base, I know it's 8 inches, so I'm going to say 8 times, and what's my height here? It's not this one, it's the one with the little dashed arrow, so it's going to be 4. So then once I solve that, I get 32, right? Because 8 times 4 is 32. So my area for this one equals 32. And then the next part of this is that since we are multiplying, and this is the area now, it becomes inches squared, or squared inches. Oh, I spelled squares wrong. There you go, squared inches. So you can write that, or you can put the little inches and then the little 2, right? That would go right above it. So that's how we would do that. So I put this little guy here. Let's do the next one. And I'll skip this one. I think you guys can handle that one on your own. I'll come over to... Alright, so again, I said I'm skipping number 2. So let's go to number 3. And that's over here, right? So this guy says... Our area again is... of a parallelogram is A equals BH, or base times height. So let's locate our base. Our base is our bottom or top. So our bottom or top number, I'm just going to put it in red here, is this right here, right? So what number correlates with this? It's right here, 5.1. So now I know that A equals 5.1 times whatever my height is. And again, it's that dashed number. So I'll put that in orange right now. And you can always locate it where this right box or this right angle. This means it's a straight line. So, oops. So when we do that, I have 3.2 there, right? This number, not this one, because this is at a slant. This is straight up and down. So 3.2. So now all I have to do is multiply those together, and I'll have my answer. So again, when I do decimals or I multiply by decimals, I'm reminded of why I don't like making these videos at lunch. So I get rid of my decimals, right? That's what I do. I pretend they don't exist and I'll put them in later. So right now, this is just a problem that we would have done probably in elementary school. Right? If I, 51 times 32. So what I do first is 2 times 1 equals 2. 2 times 5 equals 10. I'm done with that first number, so I'm just gonna cross them out. You don't really have to. But when I do that, I add my placeholder here. And now I have 3 times 1 equals 3, and 3 times 5 equals 15. So then I just add it all together. It's important to keep your numbers lined up, right? You guys learned that in elementary. It continues to be true today. Alright, so now you add these together. I get 2 plus 0 equals 2. 0 plus 3 equals 3. 5 plus 1 equals 6. And 1 plus nothing equals 1, right? Alright, these announcements are driving me nuts. Alright, so now how many numbers do I have to the right of this decimal? I have 1, right? 1 number to the right. And over here I have 1 number to the right. That means there needs to be 2 numbers to my right of my decimal. So I'm going to go here and put my, put my decimal right here, making sure there are 2 numbers after my decimal. So that's my answer, 16.32. And again, it's going to be in squared inches, so 16.32. And then you're going to say inches squared. So inches. Oh my gosh, I can't fit anything here. Okay, squared, right? This is supposed to be a smaller number. It's not that small. Well, hopefully you guys get the gist of it. Oh my gosh, I cannot do this, guys. 1 second. There we go. I couldn't grab them. 16.32 inches squared. So that's our answer for number 3. Number 4, again, your base and height here. So if this is my height, then that means my base are these, right? These numbers. It's not going to be these because these are my slanted lines. And this is my height already. So like over here, if you see my height's going up and down, right? So since it's going left and right, if you were to move it over, this would be my bottom. So I know that my base is 90 and my height is 90. So once you guys figure that out, you can figure out the rest of the math problem. I'm not going to do it for you. Just remember your formula, area equals base times height. I can't say it enough. Memorize it. Write it at the top of your paper. It's important because we're going to have a quiz on this, and you guys need to know that area of a parallelogram is base times height. All right. Have a good one, guys. Good luck with this.